Horror Coast to Coast is a movie review podcast featuring strong language, horror film spoilers, and discussions of violence, gore, and disturbing subject matter. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Horror Coast to Coast, where we review horror movies from opposite sides of the continental U.S. Inside of a locker that I was stuffed in for being the Stephen King kid, I'm Brian.
And getting my ear examined by the school nurse in California, I'm Michelle. And today we have a guest with us.
Standing in the middle of a field in the sprinklers with my arms crossed, I'm Tyler.
Awesome.
This week we're reviewing The Faculty from 1998, written by Kevin Williamson and directed by Robert Rodriguez.
That's right. To the students at Harrington High, the principal and her posse of teachers have always been a little odd. But lately, they've been behaving positively alien. Controlled by otherworldly parasites, the faculty try to infect students one by one. Cheerleader Delilah, football player Stan, drug dealer Zeke, and new girl Mary Beth team up with some of their other classmates to fight back against the invaders. No love for Casey.
He's too busy getting ready to be Frodo.
Yeah, really.
This is why I never read the description for any movie I'm going to watch, because I had no idea what this was going into it.
You hadn't seen
Yeah.
this before this viewing?
No.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait to hear what you have to say.
I didn't know that you hadn't seen it either. I mean, it does make sense. You were like a little kid when it came out, so that tracks. But also, I was like in love with Elijah Wood at this point, so I was like, I don't care what this movie's about. I'm watching it.
Wait, you were in love with Elijah Wood, not Josh Hartnett?
I was 100% in love with Elijah Wood.
Oh my God, you're like the only woman in America who had that feeling at this time this came out. He was like the thing.
Yeah, but he was also like old at the time.
I guess.
And maybe
that's
he
fair.
wasn't, but he looked old. I don't know.
Yeah.
And now rewatching it, I was like, ew, why did anybody like him?
His hair's pretty nasty the whole time. But he's just got the aura, as the kids say.
Yeah, I guess.
This was the same year as Halloween H2O, which he also stars in. So his awful cowlick starred in 2 big horror movies this year.
Dude, this movie was the one. I mean, like, I'm gonna get ready to. This movie is of such an era. Like the soundtrack,
Oh my
Josh
God,
Hartnett, their outfits, like, I mean, just Miramax and Harvey Weinstein right at the start of the movie. I'm like, oh my God, we're
Yeah.
going back in time.
It opens with The Offspring.
Yeah,
I was like, yes.
yeah. The kids aren't
I was
all
like,
right.
I'm so happy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, when we
Yeah.
reviewed the Mist remake, I was like, it opened with the Fall Out Boy song. I was like, this is the most 2005 way to start a movie. And this is the most 1998 way you could possibly start a movie, is with the kids aren't all right.
Absolutely.
It was awesome.
Yeah, everything about it. I was just like, oh my God, I'm back in middle school immediately.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
So we open with Robert Patrick, and I was so happy to
Yep.
see him. I totally forgot he was in this, but yeah, we opened with Robert Patrick.
Yeah, he's the coach of the football team, and he's absolutely pissed at his team right now. And also on his team is Usher. Did not see that coming. And this is a pattern. Every time a character was introduced, I'm like, holy shit, it's them.
This movie is chocked full of, oh shit, I've seen you in something
Yeah.
else. There's
Yeah,
another
a
character
lot.
I will get to at some point. I have to call out from another movie, but like it's just like full of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, to the point where my wife walked in while this started. She's like, oh look, it's the T-1000. I was like, thank you.
I
Yeah.
could only think of Special Agent Doggett, especially since they reference the X-Files later. They're like,
Oh my
what
God,
if the
that's right.
X-Files is real life? And they're like, well, then your football coach is about to become a special agent.
they referenced everything sci-fi in this movie.
Oh my
They were like,
God, yeah.
is it
Yeah.
Independence Day? Is it Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Is it Puppet Masters? Is it like
Yeah.
I'm a Stephen
Yeah.
King kid. It was like, how many of these can we hit in this movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is definitely Kevin Williamson at his best, just with all the reference humor and everything. But yeah, I love that they're basically just like, yeah, we're doing Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and we're just gonna straight up admit it.
Yeah, we're just telling you, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna do this, but like with the 90s high school motif.
Yeah, so we start the movie, and from behind, a character approaches Coach Robert Patrick. He's like, "What do you want?" And then he's like, "Can I help you?" And then it just cuts away.
Yeah.
And then we get the principals basically saying that no programs get any money except for football. Only football's getting funded. Everyone else can
Right.
fuck off.
It's Ohio,
Yeah.
man. They care about, that's a football
Yeah.
state. It's Ohio, Texas. That's it. Football is life.
Yeah. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
like, do I need to remind you that this is a football town? They want you to know that, even though the first scene was literally during a football game.
It stays in
Yeah.
that late 90s era too, because the teacher is smoking a cigarette in the teacher's lounge while
Yes.
she's saying
Oh yeah,
that to him.
everyone is smoking.
Everyone
in
is
this.
smoking
It's
in
like
this movie.
Yeah.
the tail end of the smoking era.
Yeah. But you can also see like the precursor to like Abbott Elementary, because there's a scene where all the teachers are like in the faculty lounge and they're just like lamenting about like everything that's wrong and the school sucks and the students are in and we can't do what we want to do. It was just like, I don't know. I mean, I know there's been a lot of movies where the faculty is kind of down in the dumps, like as the trope, but here's another one. It was good. Okay, so then after the faculty have their discussion, everyone leaves a little unhappy, and the coach shows up as the principal, whose name I can't remember, Principal Drake, is locking
Yes.
up the school.
Yeah, she forgot her keys and she goes back, and then Robert Patrick shows up and is being like a super creep to her, and he's like, "Do you have a pencil? I need a pencil."
It's just, this movie hits the ground running right away. It's like,
It
Yeah.
really does.
it's like, all right, we're not fucking around anymore. Like, we know you want teacher aliens. Like, Robert Patrick's gonna be a sexual predator and get cut in the face. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do like a straight T-1000, like harkening back when he stands at the end of the hallway and he like stares her down and then he starts that run.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
he's doing it. He's doing
Oh
it.
yeah.
With Mrs. Olsen going, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works. Do it. We're in.
Yeah.
And that, honestly,
He's
that's
just
what I
so
was here
good
for
at
in
that.
1998. Like, I didn't need this. This movie is so heavy-handed. It's like, yep, just hit the beats, baby. Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he stabs a pencil through her hand.
Oh my God, yes.
He stabs her slow. It kind of fucked with me. I was like, oh, you didn't like he's like, it's like slow mo, just like, not like a quick jab, like she gets stabbed like 7 times with the scissors in like 10 minutes after she's stabbed with a pencil.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna kill her with the pencil. I completely did not remember how the scene went. So when he stabs her, I mean, I wrote it down. Oh shit, he stabs her right through her hand. Like, that was fucking wild.
Yeah. So she tries to escape, and she ends up like locking him in the school, and she's out there with one of the other teachers, Miss Olsen, who is Piper Laurie.
Piper
who
Laurie.
I recognize from Twin Peaks.
And I didn't even know what was going to happen. And I wrote down, I don't know what's going on, but Piper Laurie cannot ever be trusted.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So she she has scissors, and she just stabs the shit out of her.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
the first of many, like, are they an alien? Yes, they are. Are they an alien? Yes,
Yeah.
they are. Oh,
Yeah.
bet you didn't know. Yep, they're gonna kill somebody. Like, every time.
Yeah.
They like, again, they don't even try and hide it.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
So then we start getting introduced to our students. And the first one is Zeke rolls up in his muscle car with his terrible cowlick.
To 90s rock.
Yeah. Oh, and there's like a random, like, there's shots of like different aspects of the school. Like, there's that car accident where the two girls get out and start beating the shit out of each other.
Why did they
Oh,
do
yeah,
that?
what the fuck was that?
Like, what? What does that add to the movie? I wrote the same thing down. Why do these chicks just get out and start fighting? Like, what is this?
Because one of them hit her with her car. I mean, I guess that's what you did.
I swear this is just Robert Rodriguez. He gets bored, so he's like, I need to put some crazy shit in right here. Nothing stupid or crazy is happening right now. So
Yeah.
The intros
Yeah.
with the like bloody splatter font of each of their
Oh,
names, like like hard pause, Casey, Stokely,
Yeah.
Zeke, like
Yeah.
it just like so good. And then again to the 90s bit of like, oh no, Casey, look out. And there's just like 4 random dudes just ramming his balls into the flagpole. What the fuck?
Yeah. And then Zeke is selling drugs to Danny Masterson.
Yes, but Danny
yeah.
Masterson, and this is one of the cameos that I picked up. Not cameo. It's the kid from Dazed and Confused that always touches his nose. It's Mitch.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
I did notice, like, I know that kid too, but Danny Masterson is the one I was like, holy shit.
Actors who can only play delinquent drug addicts.
Yeah. Yeah. And then after their names are like splayed across the screen, they all get like a one-liner,
Oh
which
yeah.
is like really funny because she's like, eat shit, Casey. Stokely.
Oh yeah, and she's like, walk much?
Yeah.
She has the worst lines. They're so bad. And like you could tell she thinks she's so cool when she gives all her little one-liners.
She's great. This is for sure her in memoriam when eventually she passes. That like they're gonna show her in this movie 100% more than her in Argo.
Oh, Clea Duvall.
Yeah.
I love her. But yeah, she was 100% a tryhard here.
Elijah Wood is Casey, the geeky Stephen King kid. He gets like elbowed in the face by someone off screen and then apologizes. And I think that's when we get his bloody like intro to screen.
Like, why does he just get a sharp elbow to the nose out of no like that? When I watched it again, I thought it was like, oh, that's got to be one of the characters that we're gonna get introduced. It's just a nobody.
Yeah.
Just a nobody smashes him in the face.
Just like a disembodied elbow.
Yeah. And I'll say that I watched both of the Black Phone movies recently. And I think one of the things, because those are period pieces as well, the first one takes place in the 70s, the second takes place in the early 80s. And the emphasis on school bullying was like over the top. So I think that that's like definitely a trope of like you're in high school. Obviously, there's bullying, and we're gonna have to show you some bullying because otherwise, we won't believe that these characters are in high school. No one had a good time, apparently.
Because they're all 30. That's
Yeah.
another reason why we don't believe they're in high school.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
Josh
were they
Hartnett
that
is-
old?
Josh Hartnett was 27 or something. Like he looks
Okay,
he looks like a
Yeah, but Elijah Wood looks like a baby.
I think he
looks
was
like he's,
like
like-
18.
Elijah
He
Wood
looks
still
like
looks
he's
like
like
a baby.
3 years older than he was in The Good Son.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
Okay, so we're also introduced to Delilah, who's the typical mean girl. She gives me real Cordelia Chase vibes.
oh my god, but she's like out of control, right? Because you have Stan, who we meet, and he's kind of like the quarterback, but then right away and sort of out of nowhere, he's like, I don't know, I think I'm gonna quit the football team. And she's like,
Yeah.
why? That's like literally the only thing you can do. Why are you trying to like reach for more than you can achieve?
In a movie
It was weird.
in a movie that is full of unbelievable fake nonsense. Delilah having her switch at the end to be like the prize for like that was the most unbelievable thing in this movie to me.
Oh my God.
She sucks.
Yeah.
She
Absolutely.
sucks the whole time. She's
She
terrible.
sucks.
And then at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, it's like, hey, guess what? We're cool. Like what?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
100% agree. Especially when Elijah Wood is like, you could be cool sometimes. Like, okay, obviously he's crushing on her, and these are him looking through his like he loves her goggles. But the rest of us are like, yeah, she sucks, move on. And he doesn't. It's so sad.
Yeah, and it's so typical. There's so many stories where like the outcast loser guy always has to fall for the mean girl, and then the mean girl ends up liking him for no reason. I don't get it. Why is this such a trope?
I don't
Because
know.
he deserves the prize. That's it.
Yeah, but
Like,
why is she the prize? Why is it always these girls who are like just awful, and then they show like a tiny bit of humanity at the end of the story? It's like, oh well, we're gonna end up together, and you're my trophy girlfriend, I guess.
I mean, this is why we can't necessarily look at this with our woke lenses because I think we've come
Yeah.
a long way since then, right? Why was
But
she
I mean,
the
it was
prize? It's
already
obvious.
so typical because the
It's
ending
obvious.
is so Breakfast Club.
It is very
Yeah.
Breakfast Club. That's a good
You
call.
just have
It
to,
was
It was
it was
very
very
you
Breakfast
just have
Club.
to force these people together because reasons. We need people to get together in the end.
They absolutely just
Yeah.
forced them all to. There's like no reason for them at all to talk to each other. And like all of a sudden in one of these scenes, Elijah Wood goes up to Stokely and is like, "Hey, Stokely, I got to talk to you." It's like, you haven't spoken to her this entire movie. There's no interaction between the two of you. And all of a sudden you're like, I need to talk to you because I know you're into sci-fi. Like, what?
Yeah.
it's very dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she's the prize because she's the hot girl in 1998.
Right.
It's just you just accepted it.
And she
Yeah.
hadn't hit Fast and the Furious yet. So she was still like, okay, we can believe that Elijah Wood can do this.
Okay. And then after this, do we get to the faculty lounge?
Then we're introduced to Mary Beth, who's the new girl from Alabama.
Oh, that's right.
Atlanta.
And she's so like Atlanta,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
so over the top,
Oh, is it Atlanta?
friendly.
And she's got her sweet southern
Yeah.
drawl. Y'all are so weird to me. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Uh,
And she's weirdly accepting of everyone.
Brian, I'm curious because like I saw this movie when it came out and I've probably seen it, I don't know, 50 times. This is your first time. Did you know right away that she was going to be the like a bad guy?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I feel like I did. It's been so long, but I was like, this is pretty. They waved this down from the start, right? Like,
Yeah.
I
She's
mean,
the
if
new
I
girl,
saw it when
yeah.
I was young, I probably wouldn't have guessed. But at this point, it's like, yeah, this girl has no reason to be here other than to be the villain, basically.
right. The villain
Yeah.
turn it eventually and to walk around naked.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. For a second, even though it was obvious, I did think that maybe it was Mrs. Olsen because the kids don't see the scene where she stabs the principal.
Right.
So I'm thinking maybe this is a thing where the audience knows the answer, but the kids don't, and it's like the mystery of the process of how they figure out that mystery. So for a second I thought it was Piper Laurie, but yeah, eventually I was like, no, it's clearly her because especially when she's like going from person to person and like trying to be friends with everyone, you don't really notice it until you start to pay attention that she's trying to just like feel the situation out. But yeah, and how does she end up with them? Nobody knows.
There's a lot in this movie that never gets explained. When we get to the end, I've got like 50 questions of like, how, what, why?
Yeah.
We also meet John Stewart is their science teacher.
Oh my gosh. And he's macking on Selma Hayek in the faculty lounge. He's like, "Are you sure you're sick? Are you really sure you're sick?" I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
She's your shot, John. It's Selma Hayek.
He is, but he's also like, yeah. So like, you're really sick. Like, it's just very funny.
He also looks wrong with a goatee.
Yeah. He looked dirty.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? Did this movie come out before or after? I didn't write this down. Did this movie come out before or after From Dusk Till Dawn? Did Robert Rodriguez meet Selma Hayek in this movie and then go, you know what? I'm going to pour booze down your foot into Quentin Tarantino's mouth after this? Or was this one before?
Well, first of all, that was definitely Quentin
this is-
Tarantino's idea.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, we all know.
So this is after
Got it. Okay.
From Dusk Till Dawn was 96.
So Selma got to keep her clothes on in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just sneeze a lot.
Yeah.
And then she's like not in it like at all. After
Yeah.
like halfway, she's just gone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So why is she sick? Does this have any bearing on the story? Like, she's so over the top, like, I'm sick.
It was a character. I think that was
that's
it.
a character trait.
It was-
Yeah.
She was
It
Her
sick
character trait
teacher.
is that she has a cold.
it feels like something where there was like more to it that ended up on the cutting room floor, right? Like I agree with you. It was
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, she's sick because, and then her being sick is gonna have an effect on these slugs or something. And like
Yeah.
she's gonna get better because she had a flu, but it pushed something and like
Or she's immune or whatever.
something like that. And they were like, no, let's just
Yeah.
kill the old lady and be done with it.
Yeah. I also was just assuming she's sick because she's like the the nurse.
Right.
And so she's exposed to all the kids. And I think that was, I don't know. Maybe there was more that didn't make it in, but in my mind, this was just a character.
In my post-COVID world, I was like, Jon Stewart, why are you so close to her face? She's sneezing. Like, get away from
I
her.
was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah, he's right there. She's like blowing snot into her. I'm like, get away. What are you dumb? Get out of there.
Yeah,
But I did appreciate her. I'm saving my sick days for when I feel better joke.
I know. I heard that too. I was like, good on you. Good on you. And then is this where we meet Famke Jensen? Because I had so much to say about her.
Talk about it.
Oh my gosh. So I wrote down Famke Jensen, the most scared teacher on the planet. I was like, I don't understand what's happening, why she's just shaking in her boots all the time. But then also at the same time has made it her mission to always target Zeke, who's like the scariest student, like the most likely to stab you and not give a fuck. And she's just like, I'm so meek and mild, but I'm going to crack down on the drugs. It was just like so weird.
It feels like there's
Yeah, I didn't
something
get
more
that.
with her too, because I know I clocked in her classroom. She has a sign on her chalkboard that says "Kill your television," and I'm just like,
Oh.
for such a meek little like, oh no, I'm so scared of everybody, and then she's like, "Kill
Yeah.
your tele." Like, what? Kill your tele? All right, that seems kind of aggressive. So like,
Well, maybe she's like a hardcore bookworm.
maybe yeah.
Isn't she
Yeah.
the lit teacher?
She was, I
That's
think, yeah,
probably
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the phrase "kill your." I was just like, is there something here where she's like, she actually wants to be the version in red that we see later, where she's like, "Fuck you, Zeke."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at the end, she's like creepily waving to him when he's like on the team, and she's like, it was a weird like sexual harassment / inappropriate relationship right from the start, and I was just like, I don't get this what's happening here. I don't know why they decided to pair these two characters.
It's okay. Zeke has stayed back like 6 times or
Right.
something. So
He's
So-
he's the Van
so
Wilder
he's
of
like
this high school.
25.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like 25. Great. All right. Maybe it's not so bad. Then I think maybe we got a little out of order because this is where Stan is like, what if I decided not to play football anymore?
yeah.
What would that be like?
Least believable. I don't
Yeah.
like, what are you doing, bro?
And this doesn't really affect the plot either, really, does it? Like this never
It
comes
does.
to anything. There's
A little
what
bit.
reason
Yeah,
does he give? Does
it
he ever
does.
give a reason?
No, but the fact that he leaves the team means
he
that
doesn't get turned.
he doesn't get turned immediately,
Yeah.
and he's kind of in their group.
But it sets it up like this is gonna be like revealed later that like he had some real reason for leaving the team, and there really isn't ever one.
No, he wanted to
He's
get
just like,
he wanted
"Ah."
to get D's. He makes a whole speech about it. He's like, I earned that D. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's-
having a moral quandary. He's 17 or 18. Let him be.
Like Zeke stayed back and everyone thinks he's cool. I want to get some D's so people think I'm cool and not a straight A student like lame-o Casey.
also just the way that they did moves that you can like, probably when I was in middle school, I didn't clock this, but as an adult, having watched a lot of sports, I'm like, you're not that good at sports, bro. I can see the way that you move. You're not the captain of the football team. Your shoulders are sloped. You run kind of weird. They don't have him throw
Oh
a
my
football
God.
once in the movie for a reason.
Yeah, it was weird casting because this did not feel like the captain of the football team character at all.
I'm
Like-
so mad at you guys. I did not think about that at all. He's not even good at what he does. That's very funny.
Yeah, sports ball, man.
Well, I mean, he just doesn't like. I was like, wait, he's the captain of the football team? He seems like he would be a different character.
100%.
I don't know. But yeah, around this time, Casey finds like a weird bug thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
on the football field, and then Coach Robert Patrick's all getting up his ass about it. Like, hey, what are you doing here? You don't run. You don't like sports, you fucking nerd. Get out of here.
This is one of my favorite lines in this movie, though. Keep going.
Wait, what's the lie?
Where Casey's like,
Oh,
I don't think anybody
yeah.
should run unless they're being chased. And then
Oh,
Robert
yeah,
Patrick is
yeah.
like, chased. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Man, I
Yeah, I
fucking
was like,
love
okay.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah. They should have put
Cue
that
the-
they should have put that line in the trailer along with can you please come to the principal's office? He's like, I swear that Robert Patrick could have doubled as the voiceover thing from Scream. His voice just like frequently drops into that like, yeah, here's some evil talk. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very funny. Yeah, that was a line where you were like, okay, cue Casey being chased. I don't know who he's going to be chased by, but it's obviously going to happen.
they have a bunch of those in this. Jon Stewart even says, "Stab me in the eye with a pen."
No way,
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Wait, what's the context for that?
He's like, when you first are introduced to him, he says something to the effect of, "Oh my God, just stab me in the eye with a pen." And then later in the movie,
Boom.
yeah, there's a
That's funny.
bunch of
Yeah,
that.
there's definitely several of those.
Well, he takes the like thing he finds to Jon Stewart, who's the science teacher, and he's like, ka-ching. But then he like puts it in water because he's like, oh, it looks like actually no,
I
it's not
think
him, it's Zeke.
Stokely spills water on it.
Yeah,
Stokely
but
like knocks
Zeke
the
is the
beaker
one,
over.
and Zeke is the one who looks at it under the microscope and is like, look at me, I can do science.
Oh,
And
that's
you're like,
way later.
Where the no
No, he does it in the scene.
in school.
Yeah.
He does
Does
it in the
he?
Yeah.
scene.
He's
Yeah.
like sitting in the
okay.
back of the room and he doesn't give a shit. And then Jon Stewart says something and he's like, "Oh, is it a mellow rob?" And he like uses a very scientific term. It's like, what does that mean? It means it's of the sea. Like, okay, got it.
Yeah. No, Zeke starts out with his like science arc right now.
Yeah.
And he
Oh my
goes
God.
over.
Yeah.
He goes over and he's like, move over, teacher, let me see. And he like examines it and he's like, well, we're colleagues now. So look at the underbelly.
Yeah.
And like, look at all these little look at the texture. And yeah, so it was a weird, like, I guess he's supposed to be really smart.
Yeah. The dichotomy of Zeke is like, what if Jesse Pinkman was also smart guy?
Right. Right. It was also Walter White. You're right. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. So then Stokely spills some water on it and it poof comes to life.
Yeah. And then Jon Stewart like puts it in an aquarium and then I forget what he's doing. He's like poking at it for some reason.
He has to touch it. He's
And
got to
then-
touch it. You have to.
Yeah.
Because science.
You have to touch it
then
for
it's-
science.
yeah.
Yeah. So it like sprouts tentacles and like splits in two and then bites him. And I'm like, no, because
Yeah.
I know that this is the last we're getting of good Jon Stewart.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Because, and he swears a lot in front of the kids, which is great.
Yeah.
Fuck, God damn it. Just screaming in front of them. Like, all right, well, cool.
Yeah. And I like that as the movie goes on, as the movie progresses, that trope of only kids can be trusted. You can't trust adults. It just
yeah.
it just gets more and more like tight and like you're like, okay, only kids can't be trusted. Only kids can be trusted. Only kids can be trusted. It was just kind of great. Even Jon Stewart, who seems like the cool teacher. Well, guess what? He just got bitten, so even he can't be trusted anymore.
Play that out a couple
Yeah.
20 something years later and it applies to our government.
Dang. You went there.
Getting political. Thanks, boomers.
Yeah. Okay, so then I think after this we have Stan going to take a shower, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so the elderly teacher, Mrs. Brummel, just like comes at him while he's in the shower. And he's like, what the fuck?
Oh,
But
and
she's
her
like, yeah, her face is all like
feet.
decaying.
starts at her
and,
feet.
Yeah.
A little homage to The Shining here, you think?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got, right? She's kind of a decaying old woman, naked. Like, I don't know, just like a little bit of a Shining nod to me,
Maybe.
Yeah.
but gross.
She like collapses into him and then he like puts his hand on her head and like takes it away and has like a big chunk of her scalp in his hand. It's just like red, pulpy, massive hair and it's so nasty. Kind of remind me of Cabin Fever, the way everyone's just like, she basically is in that same condition.
Yeah, and in basic, very typical 90s style, there's no reference to him being at all traumatized from this event in the slightest. It's just like, move on with your life.
It's movie editing magic. They do it like 20 times in this movie where it's like, this is really fucked up. Hard cut to the next scene. Right? Like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How did he get out of the shower? What did they do? Nope. It's just like,
What did
oh,
they do?
gross. Hard cut. Okay, and we just accept it.
Yeah. Yeah. He never talks about it. He's never like, wow, that was really hard. That was so scary or whatever.
Captain of the football team, Michelle. Can't show emotion.
I guess so. But he's not anymore. He's got feelings.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But
Okay.
they tell him that she had cancer, and so she thought she could finish out the semester, but she's gone home because she's too sick. Yeah, I don't know what kind of cancer makes her scalp just like turn to goo and come off like that, but
Not any that I'm familiar
mean-
with.
apparently she's got it.
Who survives that? It felt very much like she was dead. And I mean, he might have
I
mentioned
feel like she probably was dead in that scene, but
It was
oh
gross.
yeah, and while she's dying, she's basically like giving away the plot, like they're gonna turn them all. They're trying to turn them all into bug people. And then she dies.
Yeah.
But that's completely lost on us, Stan.
Poor Stan. Ugh, soap on a rope. Poor Stan. And then the next scene I think is Casey just like being a little puppy with Delilah, and she's like,
Yeah.
I need to find a story. And he's like, okay, I guess we're looking for a story.
I love this scene.
Yeah. So they go snooping around in the faculty lounge. Casey's all like, we can't go in there. And then she's like, yeah, we can. You're with me. But then they hear like the door start to open and they both panic, almost like they know what's going on, even though they have no idea. Like the level of panic they're exhibiting is like they know they're about to be found out by aliens, but they should just be like, uh-oh, we're going to get caught in the faculty lounge.
I like that.
Yeah.
The Delilah is also like, no, old news. I don't need to expose the teacher's alcoholism. I already did that last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just leaves his flask in the teacher's lounge.
He's openly drinking in front of the kids too. There's like coffee and the Kahlua, whatever he's got in there. Like he's just, I don't give a shit.
Everybody knows now.
Everybody
It's
knows.
not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there are plenty of ways that you could point out she's not a very good editor of her paper. It's like very obvious.
And while they're in the closet, the Weinstein effect kicks in again because Elijah Wood, for no reason, sniffs Jordana Brewster. Just,
Wait,
Wait,
what? I
what?
cannot
I'm
see
serious. He
that.
just leans over. There's a part of this. He just leans over and goes and gives like a quick snip of her. And she looks at him like he's a pervert. He's like, oh. And then they just never address it.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah,
I
I
was
did
so
not
focused
either.
on I was so focused on ooh, what are they seeing?
Right.
What are the teachers talking about? I didn't catch that at all. Wow. Creepy.
Oh, yeah. And then just nothing. It's like, did you do that? Because that's in the late 90s, we thought like, oh, she's going to be into him now. He likes her smell. What the fuck, Weinstein?
Yeah, that's I wish I hadn't caught that because I would have been like, ew, and now I suddenly don't like him. This sucks.
Well, this is your crush, so hope you wear some perfume next time you meet him.
And I don't know if it's the perfume or if it's like whatever, natural smell. I'm willing to do either.
You guys are going to have to do the Lord of the Rings on Horror Coast to Coast at some point.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, so then they are not quiet in this closet. They are not like still. They are just like I was weird because I was like, wait, can't you just stay still? What is happening? You guys are hiding. You think you're gonna get in trouble. Like, why are you so bad at this?
This is also the biggest faculty closet that has ever existed. They're moving around a lot in there.
Yeah.
And
It's it's a little apartment.
there's room for a whole other body they can't even see.
Right.
Apparently. But they're explaining that Mrs. Brummel died because she was too old and it didn't take. Apparently she was just too crusty to be a host. And they're like, what the fuck? And then Nurse Selma Hayek comes in and she's all sick. Then they turn her.
Yeah. And they hold her down and you see exactly how they're turning people.
Right. He
They,
spits a
like,
slug
Yeah.
in her ear.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But Casey and Delilah are watching it happen and they freak out, at which point Ms. Brummel's corpse falls over on them and they
Yeah.
just bolt out of the room.
Her corpse looks like it's been a corpse for weeks also. Like,
Yeah.
Weeks.
Yeah.
It is very decayed.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gross. Because somebody in production was like, let's just get a corpse in there. We don't care if it matches the
Well,
state
no,
of
it,
the
it
person we
makes
saw.
sense though.
Because it like
Well, she
dehydrates.
didn't look like that in the
and-
last scene.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, like it used her up and there just wasn't enough to keep going.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
she was purposely desiccated. Okay, good continuity. I can buy that.
They're bolting and Delilah's like falling behind. She's like, help! And he helps her. And then they're confronted by Principal Drake and they try to explain it, but obviously everyone else is in on it. So they bolt again and then it's Casey who's lagging behind and
He
he's like, help!
slipped
And
so badly.
yeah, oh yeah, he wipes the fuck out. It's so funny. But yeah, he cries out for Delilah to help, and she's like, nah, bro, peace. And she just takes off.
Delilah sucks.
It's so funny because, like, right after he saved her ass.
yeah. She just sucks this whole movie. She's terrible.
Yeah, no, she definitely is.
I mean, Loki, isn't everyone in this movie terrible, though?
Pretty much. Mary Beth, maybe. She's probably the hero of the story.
Yeah. She's
I
just
don't
trying
know,
to
I
liberate
like
this
s-
high school.
I like Stan. I didn't think there was anything wrong with Stan.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. He just pissed me off because his whole arc is like, I'm quitting the football team for no apparent reason, and then it never comes back. So fuck Stan.
Yeah. I mean, he's misguided. I don't think there's any reason to pick a bone with him.
I already said my beef with Stan.
Let him-
I don't think he's an athlete. He's faking it.
It's fine, Stan. I'm on your side.
You got two now. You got Elijah Wood and Stan. All right.
I don't know. I don't know. Stan's not really bae. He's just.
I don't think
he's
Stan's
aight.
going to sniff you, though.
That's true. That is true. Maybe he's an upgrade. A downgrade in grades, but an upgrade in propriety.
Well, no, his grades are the same. He just didn't earn them.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so then, all right, so they run away, and then
Casey comes back with his parents
his parents
and some
and
cops.
fucking Chris McDonald is his dad, and he's such
Shooter
a dick.
McGavin. I love it.
Yeah.
So many faces in this movie. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
He's in this?
Oh
Like,
my
every-
god, yeah.
Every time a character is introduced, and that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's pointing at the TV.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, his dad shows up. His mom is just some random lady. I didn't recognize her. I don't know if she
Ditto.
has done anything else.
Yeah, I
But-
don't know her.
He shows up, and the second I see his face, I'm like, no, he's such a dick. He's gonna be such an asshole right now.
And he
then
is.
He does.
Yeah.
And they go through the whole like, oh, and they call the police too. They bring the
Yeah.
police in because they're like, they killed a teacher or they killed the nurse.
Oh, and then he shows them the closet, and they have a CPR doll with like a wig on it, and they're like, "Oh, that's what you saw."
Resuscitation Annie makes
Yeah.
her appearance.
Resuscitation Annie. Oh my god, forgot about that.
Yeah, we see the resemblance.
Sure, I get it. And everybody's like, oh, come on, kid. Like, as you have to do. And even then it's like, oh, police officer, let me go talk to you in my office for a second. And he comes out like shaking his head, like, whoa, what happened in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, Casey gives like a knowing like stare over, like, oh, they got one of the cops. Oh no, what do we do? At the same time, his parents are like, don't worry about it. We'll take care of this. And then they drag him home.
Yeah. So they think he's on drugs.
Yeah. Where do you keep the drugs? And he's just like ransacking his room. My favorite part of that is when the mom's like, don't forget to take his porno, and points under the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Chris McDonald like uses it like a sword and like holds it against his son's neck and is like, you're going to straighten up. And like, just what? He's just wielding porn around for the rest of the scene.
I love that
Yeah.
they tell him no more flogging the bishop.
I miss that line. Holy shit.
That is a classic line.
Yeah. Because that's a punishment, and they're actually going to stop him from doing it. Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they take away all his shit, but not his erector set camera robot.
Oh
I
my
don't-
god.
Yeah, what is that?
What is this?
I don't know. But
Nope.
it's 1997, okay? You can't trust adults. And every geek has a robot of some kind.
Yeah.
Everyone is dating somebody who is incompatible with them. It was just like, this is yet another thing. When that little like robot showed up, I was like, duh, he's a geek. He's a straight A student. He obviously has a robot.
But like, what does he do on his computer?
Yeah.
Like, the parents leave, and he's like, type, 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 type. And then the robot moves, and he goes out his window. Like,
I know. What
what
the fuck was that?
Geek
Yeah.
shit. It's geek shit. It's nerd shit. That's
Yeah,
what he
but-
does.
Like,
the dad also just took out the modem. He like, all right, no internet. He like clearly says out of no internet, and he takes the modem. And the kid's like, all right, tap, 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 tap,
Yeah.
tap, tap, tap.
Clack,
At least
clack, clack,
my
clack.
erector set will move. And then he just jumps out the window.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, clearly this is a setup for later, right? Like they're gonna need this robot camera thing. No,
Never.
no, this never comes back. It has no bearing on anything. He just like,
The robot camera is hanging out with the sick nurse somewhere on the cutting room floor.
yeah, this must be connected to something that was cut.
Yeah.
They just really, they're hammering home that Elijah Wood is a nerd. It's just like, do you
It's-
get it? Do you
yeah,
understand? He's a
It's-
nerd.
It's
Do you
more
understand this?
character work. It's more character work.
We also see in this scene when they're like taking away all their shit and telling him like no porno that he has like these high definition headshots of Delilah all over his wall. And I'm like,
What?
did
Yeah.
she like pose for him so he could put these all over his wall or like?
Oh my god, I missed that detail.
The
Oh
hero
my-
can be a perv in
And
the
I
90s.
I was also
I guess
thinking
so.
he's still gonna flog the bishop. He's just gonna do it to these Delilah headshots.
It's flug.
Okay, so then he meets up with her again, though, right?
Well, there is the movie magic part of when he falls out the window. The faculty are right there until the moment that his dad shows up, and there's like, they're right, and then they magically disappear. But yeah,
And there's never any
Yep.
discussion of whether he hallucinates that or if it's really them and then they can just disappear. It wasn't clear if that was an ability that they had or if Elijah Wood was
horror
just
movie
like,
magic.
yeah, or if he
Yeah.
was just like
Yeah.
tweaking out prematurely because then he actually tweaks out later. But there's no indication as to why that happened, when it happened, and how it happened.
Yeah.
And that his dad's like, "The fuck are you doing out here? Go back inside."
We're overdue for something spooky to happen, so here's some
Still
things.
wielding the porno. Still wielding the porno.
Is he?
Just like guides him back inside with a nudie mag.
Yeah.
Dad's saving it for later for sure. He's
So
gonna flog
then-
the bishop.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Then he does the drive of shame where he drives him to school and drops him off, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
you've really shit has hit the fan for you because your dad is driving you to school and he's pulling up so slowly and he's shaking his head because he's so disappointed in you.
Won't even look at him.
Yeah, won't even look
Won't
at
even
him.
look at him. Yeah. Flogs his bishop to the wrong type of porno. I'm so upset with you, son.
God.
So then Delilah shows up and she's wearing glasses and like dressed completely differently.
Twice they use this trope in this movie. Twice.
Yeah.
With Delilah and Famke Janssen of smoke shows aren't smoke shows if they wear glasses.
Yeah, I mean that's a common thing, right?
Like they did the she's all that trope twice in this movie. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but the groundwork for that was laid with Clark Kent, right?
I suppose so.
Like he's
I suppose you're right.
He's
Yeah.
dopey, dorky Clark Kent. Then when he takes off his glasses, not only is he Superman, he's also super handsome.
Right.
Yeah, she said she's incognito because they're after her. Like, how would that help?
Also, who's after her?
Yeah. Are they like aware at this point that they're aliens?
No, they have no theories yet. Until this is when Casey is like, "All right, Stokely, I gotta talk to
Yeah.
you."
Right.
Oh yeah.
Stokely is the explainer of, all right, audience, listen up. Here's what's happening. The main characters now know what's going on because she has read sci-fi books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Delilah has a conversation with Zeke at the same time. I mean, not Zeke, Stan.
Yeah. She's
Sure.
like explaining sci-fi stuff to Casey and it's like lost on him. It's like, I thought you were the Stephen King kid. It seems like she's probably the Stephen King kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that Casey's only hobbies are erector set robots and flogging the face up. Oh, and
man.
photography, which he
But
uses
then-
to.
which he uses for flogging.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Casey's like, oh, it's real and we can prove it because I found one of the specimens. It's in the science lab. So they all go
Oh,
to
yeah.
the science lab and they're like, oh shit, it's gone. What happened
Hell
to
yeah. This scene fucking rules.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
Jon Stewart comes in and is like, shouldn't you people be in class? And then, it's Stan, right? He's like, well, Casey thinks you're an alien.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
like ominously closes the little blind on the door.
Yep. And it goes, this'll only take a minute if you'll just be seated. Just like, all right, he's going full creepy. Got it.
Yeah.
We're not hiding this anymore. Time to fight.
Do they start fighting him and then Zeke shows up?
No,
No,
Zeke
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 was
is
raiding the
there.
closet with Mary Beth. So this is one of my
Yeah.
again, I'm like, wait, did they think about this when they were writing it? Mary Beth's the main monster and is alone with Zeke as he's telling her that I can concoct these things that dehydrate. Shouldn't she be like, you know what, be nice if I just turned you into one of my minions right now? Why don't I just do
Yeah.
that? But instead she's like, she plays flirty with him. Like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, I get it. Like for the audience, we're trying not to spoil or not to 100% spoil who the main monster is, but like she's in there alone with him. Why did she get him?
Have you considered that alien bugs can also be horny for Josh Hartnett?
That's it. You're right. That's the trick.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't even sniff
also
her or anything.
that would have been like way over the top if she had gotten Zeke immediately because he's like one of the
Right.
stronger characters. So I think that would have been they couldn't have come back
Writing
from
wise,
that.
I totally get it. They should have
Yeah.
just like had another reason why she like there was a thump at the door or something. I don't know. Why didn't she just get him? But anyway.
Yeah, she does go
digress.
over and he's like, let me kiss you with my cigarette mouth. And she's like, I'm into this. And you're like, I don't get it. You're supposed to be this like sweet little girl from the South. And he just
And
put a
this is
cigarette
when
out.
I
and-
was like, oh, she's definitely like an alien because the only thing she's gotten from Zeke is that like he's a weird guy who sells like homemade drugs to scumbags. And then she's suddenly like about to jump his bones for no reason. It's like, oh, she's clearly like not a real person.
Yep. Thanks, Mary Beth. So those two stumble into Jon Stewart's science classroom as they do have this movie is full of like, are they trying to jump scare us or not with these like kind of fake wah moments, but it's like not full-throated jump scares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's being an asshole because they overhear the conversation. And he
Yeah.
stumbles in like, oh, look at me. I'm an alien. And and it's not real, and we can see it's not real. He's just
Doesn't
being a
he
jerk.
say like the only alien here is you, Casey? Or something
Right.
like that?
In case the audience didn't understand that he is a nerd. We just want to make
Burn.
sure one more time. Casey's a nerd. Y'all got that?
Yeah.
So anyway, they start fighting Jon Stewart. He like throws Zeke across the room. And then Zeke just like rips off the arm of a paper cutter like it's fucking nothing.
That was the cool. When I saw this the first time, that was the coolest fucking thing anybody's ever done in cinema. Like, that hit 13-year-old Tyler so hard. I was like, wow, you can do that. And I never went to school the same for the rest of my life. I would look at those things in school every single time and be like, there's a machete in this school if I need it. I'll just rip this thing off its hinges and I'm ready to go.
Oh my God. Yeah, those things were always pretty vicious even before I saw this movie. I was like, wow, I am never going to use that because it looks really dangerous. I was like, every time someone used it, it'd be like, slice. Like it was dramatic. And you're like, okay, did a finger get removed in this process? Do you remember the teachers using those things?
Yep.
Because it was never just like a little chop. It was always like a big old slice. I don't know.
Yeah, you're cutting 6 pages at once and just like, and it makes the like satisfying cut noise, and you're like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's intense. So he does that to Jon Stewart's 4 fingers.
Yeah.
Ew. And the
then they're
fingers
like,
keep moving.
yeah, they're like CG little finger monsters scurrying across the floor. And this part reminded me so much of like Spy Kids. Like you can see the Robert Rodriguez silliness DNA all over the CG effects in this movie. It's so funny.
Definitely. He gets little like red tentacles coming out of his fingers too.
Mm.
Yep.
goes full, just wah, roars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all reeling because they had just had this, there's no such thing as aliens, and Casey, you're crazy. And then all of a sudden, point is proven.
And he
Yep.
stabs him with the eye with the magic dust pen.
Yep. And then Zeke's like he's behind a table and Zeke's like going up with the paper cutter arm, like about to finish him off, but he sees he's like foaming out every orifice and it's like, oh, he's dead.
And they don't think so, like, man, we should tell people. They're like, all right, everybody, be cool. Let's walk out silently.
Yeah. But now it's like, okay, this is our crew. They have come
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And you can't
Right.
tell anyone else. You can't trust no one else. This is
Right.
it. These are our characters.
Our band of misfits are finally together, ready to take on the alien invasion.
Yeah. Surely all of these people are human.
Oh, yes. So then they all pile into Zeke's car, drive to his like
how?
attached garage.
They go 4 deep in his back seat, I clocked.
Yeah.
4 deep in
He
his
had
back. I
four-
like, look at, that's a 2-door and you're going 4 wide in the back seat? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
This is some
mean,
clown
that
car
felt like-
shit.
That felt like a high school thing, though. That felt like we need a ride and there's only one person who has a car and we're just going to make it happen.
point.
Because
Fair
we're
point.
17.
You were one of the 4 wide in the back seats when we were in high school. and
very
stuff, so,
much.
Yeah.
Very
That's a
much.
good point. I retract my comment. And one of the 4 is Elijah Wood, which is like, a third of a person in size.
Yeah. But this is where they go to Zeke's like detached garage at his very nice house, by the way.
Really nice. Yeah. His parents are
And-
somewhere in Europe because they're filthy rich.
Yeah, they're filthy rich and he's neglected. But he has this entire detached garage for himself where he does science.
Yeah.
Science.
It looks
Drug
like a
science,
meth lab.
baby.
It
Yeah.
looks like a meth lab, but it's like very ornate. There's so many tubes and like
Yeah, he has, like,
vials and
These like fancy tubes like stacked to the ceiling, all like they look like some of those fancy ass bongs with all the chambers. They're like filled with smoke and he just like shows
That's what I was
up
thinking
and
too. It looked
it's-
like a giant ball.
Yeah, which seems more like something Zeke would have, a giant bong, than this like crazy science lab. What does he do? He mixes weird household chemicals with like caffeine pills. What does he
Right.
need all this shit for?
yeah.
Why does he have lab rats?
That's right.
That he kills for no reason.
Oh my god, yeah, he kills the lab rat. Ugh,
Poor
that
guy.
was sad. Poor
For
Oscar.
science.
For science.
Yeah, they like feed him a part of the alien and it like wraps its tentacles around his face and assimilates it and then he just like crushes it.
With a distinct whipping noise. Like
Yeah.
as the red tentacles get the mouse's face, it's like whoosh.
So here, I really wanted them to wait a little bit longer to see what the mouse would do. Like, was it just going to go about
Yeah.
its normal? Because it starts cleaning its face. I'm like, okay, is it going to be just a normal mouse and you just can't tell? Or is it going to start trying to like break out of the cage and it's going to like go drink a bunch of water because, the people in this movie were like overly hydrated because everyone's drinking water all the time. They have shipments of water being delivered to the school the second people start getting like taken over.
Yeah,
But
how
he
have we not
killed-
talked
he-
about how much water gets drank in this movie yet?
Oh,
There's
yeah,
so
yeah.
much water.
This is an
Yeah.
overly hydrated set for sure. It actually reminded me a lot of Signs because I sort of felt like if you are a species that prefers water and you need water to survive, why would you start your invasion in the middle of the country where it's mostly landlocked? Like there's some
Yep.
lakes in that area, but you would think they would start at the coastal cities where it's most populous, by the way, and they could probably have made a hell of a lot more headway in a shorter amount of time because there's so many people and there's water everywhere. You would never have to
Oh,
just jump
no.
into the ocean. Like,
But they get you with the would you rather blow up the White House Independence Day style or go in the back door line? That's why they did it. You
I
gotta
know.
go rural Ohio.
I know, but that's more of a strategy in terms of not being detected. But if you have the added complication of being without water will literally kill you in this process, maybe you have to weigh those two things and like go for the place where there's access to natural water sources. Like they chose this planet, and it was. I mean, I don't know if it's assumed it's alien, but there's never anything that's really. I mean, we're just assuming it's alien, right? But there's never any like ship or anything to say like this is otherworldly. I mean, it could have been just like a deep sea species that made its way to the surface or whatever.
You get one throwaway line from Mary Beth where she's like, "My whole world was oceans, and then I came here." Like
That's
towards
right.
the end of the movie.
That's right. She does say that. But like, how did they get there? We don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think that was just my take because I was thinking of Signs. Like Signs is the obvious comparison because it's like, why would you choose a planet that had water if you are not okay with water or if water is lethal to you? Well, why would you choose a location that didn't have water if you need water to survive?
The
But anyway.
Signs aliens should have talked to Mary Beth and switched strategies.
Maybe,
you're
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
The Signs aliens should have gone to Ohio, not near the water, because
Right.
they ate water.
Right.
Got it.
Okay, so we're still in Zeke's detached garage, and
Yep.
he's still doing sciencey stuff where he's
Everybody's got to do drugs.
everyone's got to do drugs.
It's Delilah starts telling everyone else they've been acting weird.
Yeah.
Like, you've been out of character, and you've been out of character, and you haven't been acting according to your stereotype either.
Yeah. And this scene felt like it was inserted out of necessity because whenever you have anything where people are slowly being taken over, you don't know who they are, who's who, there is a building sense of paranoia. But there was no build of the paranoia here. It was just this sudden realization, oh my gosh, you guys might not be who you say you are. So because that's common in all of these possession type movies or like parasitic invasion type movies, they just sort of inserted it, and they did it in like this enclosed area, just his garage, where they could all just sort of spitball. You might not be one. You might not be one. And eventually they come up with, here's a way to test it.
Yeah.
And it works, kind of.
They start making everyone do the drugs, and first up is Casey. So he snorts the thing, he gets all giggly, and then Stan grabs the gun, which we saw earlier, and just points at him. He's like, "What the fuck's wrong with him?" And he's like, "He's tweaking, man. Let him tweak."
That was my favorite line of the movie. He's
My
tweaking,
wife
man.
and I say that line all the time to each other. We just like, if anything's that he's tweaking, let him tweak.
Anyway, so they go through their test,
Yeah.
and they suss out the one who isn't one of them.
Yeah, so Mary
Well,
Beth
one of the
doesn't
ones.
want to take it, first of all. And she's
Because
like,
she's allergic to aspirin.
yeah. See, if she was smart, she would say, "I have a heart condition." Because you can't be snorting caffeine if you have a heart condition. She'd be like,
Yeah.
"Look, I got a heart condition. I'll literally die." So, but instead, she and Delilah are supposed to take it at the same time. And she apparently does it. And Delilah starts like tweaking out, and we see like worms in her face.
So
And then-
nasty.
For some reason, Casey has the gun, and he can't shoot her because he's in love with her. So I think, who grabs it? Zeke? Someone Stokely.
yes.
Stokely
Yeah,
grabs
somebody.
it.
Yeah, I'll fucking shoot her, she
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, I'll fucking
Yeah.
shoot her, but she misses because she gets away.
And no one bats an eye at firing a gun in a meth lab.
Nope, because she takes out all of his equipment. They can't make any more of the
Just
magic dust.
So crazy.
And then Stokely's a terrible shot because just runs out into a suburban neighborhood firing a gun. In that neighborhood, how many people would have called the cops immediately? That is the most neighborhood watch looking neighborhood. And
For
all of
sure.
a sudden, this chick runs out here just going pop, 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 pop with a gun. And a car that says student driver on the top peels away.
And I don't know if I saw this correctly. Was it Casey's dad in the driver's seat, or was it one of the teachers?
No, I think it was what the alcoholic teacher, Mr. Hart. Well, I forget what his name is.
Okay. And he had already been driving up before this happened. So that kind of gives you the sense that they're connected in some way, that they maybe have a little bit of a hive mind going on, because he's there, obviously, because he knows that his people are there. And she runs out knowing he's there and jumps in the car.
And to your hive mind comment, I kind of took the Mary Beth and Delilah, like, Mary Beth is like, make a distraction so I can fake taking
For sure.
taking my drugs, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm the queen. little minion.
Right. And he's out there anyway to collect you, so you can just run.
Right.
Yeah, so then his meth lab gets destroyed.
I do want to point out the name of the drug is scat. So it's
Yeah.
a scat
Scat is
lab.
amazing. Yeah. I'm a scat lab. Skibbity-doop-doop-doop-doop. Doop-doop-doop.
Yeah,
Is it
you
a
can
real
fire
thing,
a
or is
gun
it
in a
just
scat
something-
lab. No, I mean that's his home recipe. I think he made it up. Oh, and at some point around here, Stokely also said "fuck you, tit bags" to Delilah, which is a good
Oh,
So
line.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here, I just looked it up, and it says scat is slang for heroin. So
Well, it's not heroin.
it's not heroin, but he's telling the kids that he's giving them heroin. But it doesn't make any sense because they're sniffing it instead of injecting it. I really don't
Yeah,
know.
and also
is
it's an
just some-
upper, so we should be telling him it's coke, if anything.
Yeah, it's true. But it stands for synthetic cathinones, amphetamine-like psychostimulants.
How about that? I'm learning something on this pod.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, no.
Interesting. It actually says that it emerged into the drug markets as a legal alternative to illicit drugs. So Zeke's not nearly as hard as he's trying to let us believe.
At Cowlip, though. It's doing a lot of work.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so
So we cut to a football game, and
Yeah.
we see like people getting clotheslined, and then it cuts to Robert Patrick giving the most amazing reaction faces I've ever seen.
oh
There's
my
the
gosh.
clothesline tackle, and then he's
Yeah.
like, ho, ho, ho.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's so good.
Yeah,
High fives all around. Yeah.
The whole crowd is like holding up signs that say kill and chanting kill, kill, kill. So they're like, oh, I guess everyone's been assimilated.
yeah, they show up. At some point, they have a conversation where they're like, if, cut off the head and the body will flounder or whatever. And so they're like,
Yeah.
okay, well, who is the head? Who is the person? And they're like, it must be the principal.
Yeah, that's their best guess.
That's their best guess at the time.
And also, their reason for believing this was basically because Stokely said that it was like that in sci-fi novels, and they're like, "Well,
That's it.
let's go. That's it."
Yep.
Like, okay. They're like, "This is your field, Stokely." I'm like, "What, sci-fi? Maybe ask the guy who's doing all the science instead."
Yeah. So somehow they decide that they're gonna try to corner her, but they're like, how are we gonna lure Principal Drake away? And they're in the gymnasium talking about this, and as they're talking about how are we gonna lure Principal Drake away, she just walks in.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, what are you guys doing in here? And then you're just like, ah, shit.
So they tie her up with a volleyball net.
And so she's doing this whole thing like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just a person. This is so weird. And then they like pull a gun out to her head.
And he's like, sniff this. Sniff
Yeah.
this. She's like, I won't do drugs.
So she gets shot in the head and she's just lying there bleeding out. And Casey's like, I think we made a mistake. And like it lingers on it so long, it's like it wants you to buy it, but it's like we saw her ass get murdered already.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, but
ages ago.
wait a second. I had a huge problem with this scene because right before this, they have a conversation about the fact that if you kill the head one, all of the people will turn back to being human. So they're not necessarily trying to kill Principal Drake. They're trying to like get rid of the thing that's inside of her. And so I thought that they were going to use the drug as the way to like, I don't know, lure it out or somehow kill it, but preserve her and save her. That wasn't even a thought on their mind. They were just like,
Not at all. No,
Oh, they
straight
don't
sniff
give
murder.
a
this.
fuck.
Straight murder. I mean, this
This
is
dude-
like unhinged 90s here. And I was like,
Stan's been doing scat for the past 40 minutes. He doesn't know what's going on.
I mean, they were just
Yeah,
gonna
but-
shoot their friend in the head.
that's true. But Zeke just grabs the gun and just pops her in the head. It
Yep.
was just like, we know she's not really dead, so we know this isn't like technically murder. But in his mind, he didn't know it was her for sure. So he kind of just murdered her.
He's the
Like-
resident badass. He doesn't give a fuck.
I guess so, but I don't know. I was just like, you just made one of your main characters a legit murderer. Like,
Have you
Sure,
seen his
she's-
cowlick? This guy does not give a fuck.
He's a scat man.
So yeah, they kill Principal Drake. She comes back to life, and do they kill her
Mary
again?
Beth, very smart. Mary Beth dumps all of the scat
Yeah,
on
right.
her. She's like, "Oh, I'll get rid of all this shit that could kill me." Ha ha
Oh
ha.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that at that time.
I actually did. I caught that too. And Zeke was like, "Was that all of it?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess so. Sorry." Yeah, she definitely. But she's also like, "All of you minions, I'm not saving you. I am preserving myself, and you're all gonna sacrifice yourself for me." So then, why do they leave?
Well, they think she's dead, so maybe everyone's cured. And then
That's right.
so Stan's like, well, I'll go investigate. You guys stay here. And he takes like one cap with him and he goes to the field and Robert Patrick's there with all his students and his face is like overlaid with a skull and there's like worms coming out and it looks
It was so gross. Oh my god, it was so gross. It's pouring rain outside.
yeah.
And they have all the worms coming out of their faces, and the skull thing is like a flicker, right? Because he's not transformed to the skull. It's just like a flicker,
Yeah.
and then
It's like
back to his face.
overlaid though.
It was so nasty. The worms just like, and it wasn't just him. It was like the whole football team. And so, oh my god, it was so gross.
But Stan needs a good view of it. Stan's got to walk right up to it and be like, "Wait, so what's wrong with your face?" He's like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
10 feet away from him finally, where he's like, "Oh, that's bad."
Yeah. And then
And then he comes running back and he's locked out and he's like, they're right behind me. They're still like turned. You're going to let me in. And they're like, well, then snort that fucking scat and prove you're you. And he's like, I lost it. And so they're down to one more pen of scat and they slip it into the door and tell him to take it. And he like puts it up to his nose and he's like, nah, and dumps it out. Their last
Got
pen
him.
of scat.
and Stokely is heartbroken.
'Cause she kissed him goodbye before he went out there.
Yeah,
She finally
she
got a
did.
smooch in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because earlier we found out she's a fan of his. She
Yeah.
loves his
Right.
completed passes. It's like
Right.
this.
She follows
It
the
came out of
games.
absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she gets another terrible line to deliver. I just never wanted to not have done that. Like,
Oh my god!
I'm like, girl, you read enough to have better lines than that.
Yep.
Yeah, so now they're down to Zeke, Casey, and Stokely and Mary Beth. And they all, I don't know actually what happens after that.
We get the
Zeke,
exciting chase in the gym.
Well, Zeke says that he's got more scat in his car, so he goes there. He goes and gets that, and he gets attacked by
Famke Janssen.
He takes Casey with him. So the two of them go out to his car.
Right. And at one point, Casey's like, "Wait, why did I need to come?" He's like, "Because I need bait." And then Casey just has to run around and get the entire football team to chase him around the school buses, so that he can have his moment with Jordana Brewster, and she could be like, "You can be cool. Everybody's cool in this world. You don't have to be the nerd anymore." She's like trapped him in the
Yeah.
school bus. Then he like pops out the top, makes a break for it. Cut to Zeke getting his moment with Famke Janssen, saying, "Guess what? I don't have any more laxatives for you." She's like, "Well, I kind of want cherry flavored condoms, baby." Gets very sexual. She like jumps in his car. He starts to floor it. She does the alien tongue thing in his ear. It gets weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he puts on his seatbelt and crashes his car, and it blows up, but he's absolutely fine.
I have to say I really love that in action scenes. It's a really dumb thing, but whenever I see it, I'm like, yes, do the thing I would have done. Where the driver buckles up, they crash the car, and the person in the back just flies through it. It's like one of my favorite things to watch.
I thought you were talking about how cars always explode in 90s movies.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Every
no.
time they crash, they just explode.
I want to see the version of this where the hero does that and then they crash the car and the villain flies out the windshield and then the car blows up and kills the hero anyway. Because that's what should have happened here.
Yeah. I mean, yes, if you're going fast enough to project the backseat passenger through your front windshield, clearly you can't survive that impact. But it's one of my favorite things to watch because it's stupid, it's unrealistic, and it always helps them get away. And so I'm like, yes, it's coming.
And he's also not injured or anything. It's not like he has whiplash or
He's movie fine. He's got a little blood on his head, but he's like
Yeah.
walking. He's not like a couple scrapes. He's good. Meanwhile, she's fully decapitated.
Yeah. And there's her nasty alien head being dragged by the tentacles across the pavement.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that was sick when her head just sprouts tentacles and then her decapitated body's like standing in the background and it just tentacle walks up to it, she puts it back on and Zeke's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That was great.
It was very Toy Story.
Yep, very.
At this point, we cut back to the gymnasium. It's Mary Beth and Stokely. And Mary Beth's like, don't you ever get tired of being something you're not? And she bitch slaps her, and it's revealed that she just did it with a tentacle arm. And then she gets her Men in Black alien transformation. And it's
Yeah.
so fucking Men in Black, which is also
yeah.
referenced in this movie. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, at this point. I love the transformation. It's so cheesy. Everything from here on out is just like the goofiest action chase sequence. And
Yeah. It goes full Sci-Fi Channel right here.
Oh,
It
Just
does.
like we're pre-2000 special effects. We haven't even hit the Matrix yet. This squid monster is just like, oh, cheap, but like in this perfect nostalgic era for me.
Yeah. And the awesome scene when the monster is swimming in the pool and then it slowly like transforms back into her. It's like it's almost kind of this weird like Little Mermaid thing, but also Species.
Yeah, exactly.
Like really, really reminiscent and evocative of all of that stuff. Really good.
I cringe so hard when she like grabs Stokely and smashes her face into the side of the pool and she's just bleeding all over the place. And this whole time Casey's like, what is it called? Stokes or something? It's like,
Yeah, Stokes.
when did this nickname come up? You guys are not friends. She does not even have friends. No one calls Stokely by a nickname. Like, what are you talking about? Where did this come from?
They're biffles. Leave them
Stokes!
alone.
See, they should have ended up together. Like, why does it always have to be like one outcast and one like popular jock or mean girl? You can't ever just pair people who have something in common.
Because all the young boys watching this movie were flogging the bishop to the smoke show in class, and they thought that they could get her. This
Yeah.
movie tells them they can if aliens attack.
Yeah.
So Mary Beth is running around naked for about 20 minutes, just monologuing.
Yeah.
They end up like all in the locker room and then they're basically like saying, she's the alien or she's the alien. But Mary Beth's like completely naked and he's like, so why are you completely naked? And then he's like gonna get her with the pen, but then Stokely stops her and it's revealed that Stokely got turned.
Yeah, and this is another spot where I'm like, wait, why are you two pretending? Why don't you just like go full monster, beat the shit out of him, and turn him into one of your minions? Why are you like playing the who's evil game? I mean, other than obviously it's just for the audience, but like,
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing in this movie is like, why does she play it this way? Why is she
Right.
focused on this group of random stereotypical teens when she already controls like the entire school and probably the police force at this time?
right.
But it's
Yeah.
like, oh, these fucking nerds, they got pens full of scat. I gotta deal with them differently.
Yeah. It did seem like if she had not intervened, things would have just unfolded. Like they would have had she wouldn't have exposed herself to them
Right.
and they would have had
Or
no
just-
way to stop anything.
Or like when they're all in the gym, just turn into the monster and beat the shit out of him there. Like
Yeah.
that monster was fucking huge.
Yeah.
She was whacking people against the linoleum floors of the pool. Like, just
It
go
was-
go full beast mode. But
yeah.
Also, doesn't
So-
she have like an army that she could just call in at any moment?
right.
That's what
Right.
I was wondering about. Why didn't any of them come to her aid? Seemed like she was pretty willing to just fling her minions at them and let them get killed instead of her. Why did she take them on herself? It seems pretty unwise for it's unbecoming of a queen, I think.
I'm gonna go with they're all at the football game. Coach is like, I
yeah.
might be assimilated, but I'm still going to state.
That's right.
It is a football town. Maybe that was her problem. She started with a town that
Right.
was already devoted to something.
That's it. We stumbled on it right there. The whole town, she can't divert them from their innermost desires. So Famke Janssen's innermost desire is to be red dress kind of slutty teacher. The whole town is like, we gotta win football games. She couldn't harness them in. That was why you figured it out. I never thought about that.
Ooh, that's like the H.G. Wells lesson of the aliens.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, so then Casey stumbles in and locks Stokely in this like an equipment storage area and is just like,
Yeah.
you just hang tight. I'm not going to kill you. And Zeke has been trying to use brute force to take on Mary Beth, but he gets like clobbered and is like bleeding and you don't even know what's going on with him. But he's just like kind of down for the count.
Yeah, and he gives like his last pen to Casey, or one of them, and Casey thinks he's given to him as well. But he's like, no, I need you to snort that right now. I don't trust you.
Yep.
So Casey's
Yeah.
all tweaking out on scat, and he's getting
Again.
chased by the Mary Beth monster, and he hits the buttons to the bleachers and then runs into the bleachers, and it starts closing. And she has human intelligence, so you'd think she could have just not fallen for this.
I mean, he's going to come out on the other side. Get him then. Why are you following him? I really was like, why are you doing this? You know better. What's happening right now? But yeah, she follows him.
Yeah, her dumbass falls for it, and she gets squished. And then he jabs her in the eye with the pen, and she spews alien
gross.
goo all over his face, and
Slugs.
parasites start burrowing into his face.
That was the grossest scene
That
in the
was
movie.
that was
Easily.
way grosser than the Robert Patrick scene.
Yeah, that was easily the grossest
Give
scene
me-
in the movie.
Give me the scalp coming off. That's my grossest scene. That messed me.
Really?
That-
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, if I hadn't seen all of the Cabin Fever movies, then I would be there, but they just do that, and they just get more and more explicit with each movie, so it's just like, at this point, I've seen all the skin falling off, but I haven't seen that many worms in people's faces, so
Parasites-
that part was pretty gross.
Parasites burrowing into his face.
Yeah,
Oh my
they start
goodness.
to burrow, and then they all die because she died, and then they just fall out of his face.
Ugh.
And then he doesn't really have wounds. He has like little bruises on his face, but he doesn't have like gaping worm wounds like he probably should.
It was so nasty. Yeah.
Then we basically get our Breakfast Club ending where everyone's hooking up together, and we see that everyone's reverted.
Zeke's smoking a cigarette for the football team.
Oh yeah, he's smoking a cigarette, and the coach is like, "Put that out and get on the field." It's like, look, you can rip the arm off of a paper cutter. We need that arm throwing footballs on the field.
Hell yeah. And he's got a teacher in the stands fawning over him.
Oh,
She's back to
Yeah.
being demure.
So did any
Weird.
humans die in this movie, or did they all just get reverted back? Because in the credits, we even see Jon Stewart didn't die. We see him with an eye patch and no fingers.
Oh, really?
In the credits, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the credits. Yeah, he comes. So, like, this is my big question. Like, the Principal Drake must have died. Like,
Yes.
they showed her body, like, fully decompose. But, like, how does healing work in this world, right? So,
Yeah.
like, the aliens heal you? Like, if Famke Janssen got her head cut off, she got that put on, she's fine. But then as the slugs are in Elijah Wood's face and coming out, pretty shortly after, he's like, oh, they're just kind of like red and just like the sore. They're not even like cuts or anything. So it's
Yeah.
like, is this
I've
a
had
world where
acne
humans
worse
just
than
heal
that.
like? There you go.
I imagine these are like the worms from that episode of Futurama where he eats the gas station egg sandwich. They just heal you up.
Oh, yeah. Gross.
And apparently they did that on the way out of Elijah Wood's face because they healed him up pretty good. That was their
Yeah.
last act.
So yeah, I don't know who died. I don't know. They do have like a news reporter overlay at the end being like the FBI was brought in and some faculty were
Yeah.
missing, but they couldn't find anything. How did you not find anything? Like there were dead bodies. They smashed a bunch of shit. Like
Yeah.
there's a giant car accident in the middle of the school bus parking lot. Like there's no evidence of sluggery around here.
There's blood all over the gym.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
There the giant slug I guess turned into white dust and eventually just decomposes super fast, so there's no evidence of it. Like
Yeah, it showed the thing kind of decomposing and
I
disappearing or
assume that
whatever.
it was just a cover up. So the
Got it.
FBI's like, yeah, nothing to see here. Definitely no aliens. Didn't happen.
Right.
probably right.
So then why is Elijah Wood a hero then? What did he do?
That's
What did
what
he save
I was
them from?
wondering that. I'm like, is he like a folk hero? Is this like the kids who write papers, like the school papers? Like, yeah, he's a hero. And then the official story is like, nah, he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
She slaps the Time magazine down with his cover on it,
Yes.
then the school newspaper. As if it's like
Okay,
a
yeah.
bigger deal that the school newspaper that she is the lead editor of is like, go Casey, you're the man.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely had an eye roll response towards the end.
Yeah.
100%. I said it at the beginning. Like, what? Delilah sucks this whole movie. She's terrible.
Mhm.
And then at the end, she's like, all right, Casey, you finally did it. You're the hero. Smooches. Like,
And
what?
she was actually less terrible after she got assimilated.
That's
At the
true.
beginning, she's just an unrepentant bitch. Like, we just see her just like Mary Beth like introducing herself to Stokely, and then she comes up and is like, hey, you're with that violent lesbian bitch, huh? It's like, geez, this woman is awful. And then she gets assimilated and she's kind of reasonable from that point on, but every once in a while acts like Delilah again.
Yeah.
The worst.
So is the explanation that they are assimilated, but they mostly keep their personalities? Because how do we know how this whole thing affected everyone? They remember what they
This
did.
is blood-sucking bastards all over again.
Oh yeah.
Everyone just changes personality in like a nondescript way. And that's like why they had the lit teacher be so like timid and then come out and be all aggressive. It's like they did the same thing in Bloodsucking Bastards. They just want to like show that it changes you, but it doesn't do it consistently. And Stan says like, oh, Coach was always a hard ass, but now he's different. It's like, well, yeah, now he's homicidal. But he didn't seem like a different person. He just seemed like a creepy homicidal version of him.
Okay. So I'm out of I've gone through everything I had on this. Do you guys have anything else?
I have one last question for you. I kind of alluded to it earlier.
Okay.
How many actors in this movie would have this movie as their in memoriam?
Oh Lord, I really don't know because a lot of those people have done other things.
Sure. But like, is
Right.
this their best known, right? So like Jon Stewart, would it be like this or Big Daddy?
Or half-baked.
Half-baked, that's
Or
what I was gonna
Half-Baked,
say.
maybe, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think it would be this for Jon Stewart.
Josh Hartnett, probably not.
No, I think for Josh Hartnett it would be Lucky Number 11.
Clea Duvall,
Potentially, right?
definitely not Elijah Wood, right?
Yeah. No, he's Lord of the Rings all the
Jordana
way.
Brewster's probably getting something from Fast and the Furious.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these teachers, though, Principal Drake, to me, it's either this or Jumanji.
Oh yeah. Okay. And then we have, well, no, BB Newirth is gonna be Frasier.
Who's she?
She's his wife, or his ex-wife.
Oh, that's the actress's name, Principal Drake?
Yeah.
Got it. Well, yeah, I don't know. You're a big Frasier fan. You think Frasier's a bigger deal than Jumanji?
No, but I think it's the thing that she did for a longer time, and she was on Cheers too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So not many.
Surely this is what Usher is best known for.
Ooh, Usher. That's
Did
probably.
he act? Was he like an actual actor? Or
He
is
was
this
an
just, like,
asshole.
He's on the poster.
he's
He's
on the
barely in the
poster?
movie, and he's on the poster. The poster is crazy, dude. You gotta when I looked at the poster before on the IMDb, they make an Independence Day reference, and the poster looks exactly like the laser coming down and
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
the White House in Independence Day. And Usher's just off to the side with everybody else as if he's like one of the core six that's gonna be running around from the aliens.
Oh my god. It really is. I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
It's like the UFO like beam coming down to the
right.
school. Wow. But this also is around the time of like Scream and also I Know What You Did Last Summer, so it's got that same kind
Yeah.
of vibe to the
Which
poster.
are both written by Kevin Williamson.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
okay. And this one says on December 25th, school's out forever. So this is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, this came out on Christmas.
Wow. Amazing.
I love this movie. You guys can invite me back for anything from like 97 to 2005. I'm in, basically.
Okay. No, this was super fun. I'm happy that you were
Oh,
able
this
to do
was
it.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. Brian, did you have anything else?
What was it about this that made you want to pick it as our first guest on Horror Coast to Coast, Tyler?
Yeah, I don't know. It hits. I think I mentioned at the start. It's just like hits this nostalgia button for me of like this era of teen like horniness movies
Yeah.
and like and this just like over the top fake alien. It's just like it's such an easy watch for me.
Yeah.
And if this is on, if this like back in the day when I would have like cable, if this was on, it's like, all right, cool, I'll just watch this. Like I can catch it at any point in the movie and like pick up what's going on because it's not so complicated. It's just like, all right, yep, great. Here are the tropes. Follow along, great, we got it. And it's just like it barely slows down. Like the whole movie is just kind of like go 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 the whole time.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's
which
Robert
is a lot of
Rodriguez. He
fun.
just peppers in insane shit whenever he thinks it's going to get boring. Like that
Yeah.
fucking weird incident at the very beginning.
The car accident. Yeah.
Yeah, the car accident and everything.
Oh, that reminds me. I had one last thing for you guys. So when we were going through credits of stuff, I alluded to this at the very, very beginning. There's a couple in this movie where they're always fighting, right? And then they signal that things are changing in the movie because the couple stops fighting at one point.
Yeah.
The dude in that is in Scary Movie, most famously as the guy that ejaculates Ferris up onto the ceiling and sticks her there. And he is credited in this movie on IMDb as "Fuck You Boy,"
Oh my god.
Fuck you,
which I think
boy.
is hilarious.
That is very funny. Yeah, there is a scene where his girlfriend is like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And
Yeah.
she's like pushing him.
And she's like
you,
hitting
you don't
him.
know.
Yeah,
You don't know what she wants him to do. Maybe just respond to her or something. But and then afterwards, they're like arm in arm, and they're totally fine now.
right. Fuck you, boy.
Yeah, really funny. Okay, so are we ready to rate?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so we'll have our guest go first. Tyler, what do you think?
You gotta remind me what the scale is on.
Yep, out of 5 stars.
Out of 5 stars, do we go half stars?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. You could go a quarter if you really wanted to.
Wow, such flexibility. I'm giving this one 3.75 stars.
Okay.
I love this movie. It hits. If this had come out in any other era in my life, I would probably hate it. But because it came out when I was a teenager, it hits so perfect. It's so over the top. It's so goofy. It's just an easy, not that scary, but still kind of fun thriller horror. That it's close to a 4, but not quite a 4, and certainly not like a 5, like Get Out or something like that.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. That's great. I think I was resting at a 2.5 for the movie itself, but that was like watching it from a modern lens. But I think factoring in nostalgia and this whole discussion here, I'm perfectly happy with a 3. I think it's great.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I think. See, you say you're like nostalgic because you were a teenager when this came out, but being a little younger, the batch of movies I had were like House of Wax and the Mist remake. And the Kevin Williamson era of Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and this are absolute masterpieces compared to the shit that was in theaters when I was a teenager. I thought this was so fucking funny. When we got to
That's
the
fair.
transformation, I was laughing my ass off. Like that tentacle bitch slap and everything that came after it. I'm just like, this is like the best way this movie could have ended. Like it stopped trying to be scary and it's like, I'm just gonna have fun. I'm just gonna go like wacky action movie. The
Hell
ending was
yeah.
stupid though, but everything else was just fantastic, even if it made no sense.
I love it. That's the surprise of the pod to me. I thought you were gonna come in and slam it and you loved it. That's great.
No, I like it. I don't know. I'm not gonna say a 4, but I like it.
Now, 90s movies were just so fun. Like, have you ever seen Bad Moon, Tyler? We just reviewed that one. So I think
Nope.
that might have been the first horror movie I ever saw because it eluded me for years. There's this werewolf movie that gave me nightmares as like a very little kid. And then we watched it for our watch-a-thon last month. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the movie. And it was just so like, it's just so fun in a way that 2000s movies just didn't want to have fun. They wanted to be either serious or like just brooding teenager movies.
Dude,
And it,
I'm so with you. There was this like whole audience appreciation of just suspension of disbelief in the 90s. We would go to these movies and just like all the stuff that we nitpicked in this movie reviewing it, like you would just go to the movies in the 90s and be like, "Yep, okay, cool. Yep, he's a nerd. He's getting his balls smashed into the flagpole. I get it. Cool. Let's go. I'm ready."
And that's why Kevin Williamson's great is because he'll just point it out in the movie. It's like, yeah, this is stupid. This is clearly ripping off this movie. So I'm just going to say it so you don't get hung up on it.
Yeah. Let's go. Keep
But-
it moving. You're here to have fun. They understand that. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. And Robert
Well, the
Rodriguez is
kid-
just always great at that. All his movies are so fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And the kid from Dennis the Menace is in Bad Moon.
Yeah.
And if
No shit.
yeah, and if Mina likes watching dogs on TV, she'll get
Oh
a
my
kick
God,
out of it.
never.
Really?
Tumble
Because
loved it.
Tumble loved this movie.
Tumble gave
The-
it 5 paws up.
She
Mina
loved
drives me
it.
crazy watching animals on TV. We
Oh,
can't. There
she
can't be a
hates it?
4-legged animal on TV. She growls at the TV, and I can't watch the movie.
Well, you're gonna have
Oh.
to kick her out because the dog in this movie is the goat, and he
Oh,
Amazing,
he needs your full attention.
Speaking
amazing.
of dogs, we gotta do an episode on The Good Boy. You seen this?
I haven't watched it yet, and I fully
I haven't
planned
watched
on.
it, but it looks
Okay.
great. Have you heard of this, Tyler?
No, what is it?
It's a horror movie from the perspective of a dog. So the dog is the
Cujo?
main character. No, the dog's the
No, the
protagonist.
dog's the protagonist.
Huh?
So it's like, have you ever seen Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Only like select episodes.
Because the premise is kind of like that, where the dog's like trying to protect its owner from forces that it can sense because it's a dog.
Cool.
Everyone's saying it's great and it looks great, and the dog is adorable.
Yeah. No, we definitely have that on our to-do list. Next week, we have another guest coming in, my friend Charles. And what are we going to be reviewing with Charles?
The Thing from 1982, directed by John Carpenter.
And this is a movie I have never seen. And as far as I understand, it's Brian's favorite movie. So
It's
we'll see.
It's a top 3 horror movie.
Okay. And I know that Charles has told me it's his favorite. So, well, top horror movie. But yeah,
It'll be me next time coming in with zero experience.
Harry Kurt Russell, right?
Yep.
Hell
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the thing?
I've seen Harry Kurt Russell.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's exciting. Anyway, so I think that's going to be it for today. And thank you so much. This was such a fun discussion. I hope you had a good time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
I have one thing to say to your audience. Tanan kuulemast, which is thank you for listening in Estonian.
I'll just trust it. That means what you say it means.
According to, unless Google Translate is steering me wrong.
I think you just summoned the Deadites.
All right. Until next time.
Until next time.
Horror Coast to Coast is a movie review podcast featuring strong language, horror film spoilers, and discussions of violence, gore, and disturbing subject matter. Listener discretion is advised. This podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License. For additional information and other media content, visit theferalthread.com. Thanks for listening. Until next week.